What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty, the LEGO guy here, and welcome to another episode of To Invest or Not to Invest. Today we're taking a look at the top LEGO sets to invest in that are going to retire very soon. This one should be interesting. It'll help out the collector as well, since the last thing we want is for a set to retire, and we really wanted it, and now it's worth an arm and a leg, and it's also going to obviously help out the investor for what sets he should maybe choose to invest in, and maybe which ones he should maybe skip. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And to kick us off, we're going to begin with the 71044 LEGO Disney Train and Station. This one clocks in at number 20. And just as a side note, this is not professional investing advice. Invest at your own risk. But getting back into the train, this one would have made its way higher on the list. However, it came out in September of 2019. Oftentimes sets this size can be on the market for much longer than a year and a half, but apparently this set's going to retire in about the beginning of 2022. So this is definitely a strong set to invest in. Just be prepared to sit on it a little bit longer than you maybe like. At number 19, we've gone with the 75936 Jurassic World Jurassic Park T-Rex Rampage. And I have to say, I absolutely love this set. I think it just looks great. However, it did come out in July of 2019, so it kind of follows the same story as the last set we talked about. Be prepared to sit on this one a little bit longer than you'd like. However, it's supposed to retire in the beginning of 2022, so about a year, give or take, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, but definitely a solid investment all around. At number 18, we've gone with the 75252 LEGO Star Wars Imperial Star Destroyer. This is the UCS model, and this thing is a behemoth. Now, again, the downside of this is it came out in October of 2019. Oftentimes, UCS sets, especially at this scale, are around for at least 3 years. But apparently this set's going to retire at the beginning of 2022. Definitely a solid investment, especially if it follows the trend of its 2002 predecessor. Overall, I think this is pretty solid. It's just you might have to wait a little bit more than a year to sell this one. At number 17, we've gone with a smaller set that you can invest in. It's the 75283 Armored Assault Tank. Now this set has got a lot of flack just because the model is it's not the best, it's not the worst, but what makes this set worth the risk is the Ashoka minifig. It is no secret that the Ashoka figs in previous sets have been worth a lot, and I expect that to be the same with this set. I wouldn't expect her to be worth $100, but I could definitely see this minifig going for probably 40 USD once this set retires. So definitely pick this one up. It's a very solid, cheap, small set to invest in. At number 16, we've gone with the 75275 UCS A-Wing Starfighter. This set came out in May of 2020, which is, I still felt the need to put it this high on the list. However, it's apparently going to retire at the end of 2022, but there's been rumors that it may retire much more early than that. So bear that in mind when investing in this one. You may have to hold on to it for maybe even 2 years, but you might only have to hold on to it for 6 months to a year. This is a solid investment mainly because previous UCS style Rebel ships have gone for a lot, being the X-Wing, Y-Wing, Snowspeeder, and I feel that this set is going to follow in the same trend. Again, it's just how long you're going to have to hold on to it. At number 15, we've gone with the 75280 501st Legion Clone Troopers, better known as the 501st Battle Pack. Some may say that this set is so common and so many people own it that it's not going to appreciate all that much. I disagree on that. Reason being is Battle Packs have always appreciated, especially if they've had 4 clones, and this one actually has 2 battle droids as well. So I think just because of the figs, this set will appreciate. I wouldn't expect crazy gains like doubling your money, tripling your money, but at least getting 50% more than what you paid for it. I think that this is a solid investment. Again, this is a smaller set as well. Easy to store, definitely comes in at number 15. And that set is supposed to retire in the beginning of 2022. At number 14, we've gone with the 75317, The Mandalorian and the Child. The Mandalorian has been killing it. Most Star Wars fans, including myself, love the TV show. And because of that, I feel that this set's really going to do well. Again, it's cheap, you can very easily pick it up. Don't have to worry about space too much with it. And it's supposed to retire at the end of 2021. So this set's only supposed to be on shelves for another couple months. I definitely would highly recommend you guys pick up a couple of them, a number of them. I think it's a pretty safe investment. And at number 13, we've gone a little bit different than choosing a set. We're going with an entire theme. I'm going to say any of the architecture sets that are made 2020 or earlier are very safe sets to invest in. You might have to hold on to them for maybe a year or two, but it's really hard to say with architecture sets. Sometimes they're on shelves for a year, sometimes they're on shelves for 3 years, but they generally always appreciate, generally because adult Lego collectors love these sets, which is the main reason why this has come up so high on the list. Any of the architecture sets, again, 2020 and earlier, go pick them up. I think they're pretty safe. At number 12, we've gone with the 75810 Stranger Things, the Upside Down. This set is very unique looking, and I think it's a great investment. Also, Stranger Things is very popular. Many people like it, including myself. So I feel that this very strongly comes in at number 12. It could even be higher. The only reason it's as low as it is it came out in June of 2019, and apparently it's supposed to retire at the beginning of 2022. Now, whether that's to happen is yet to be seen, but I think this is pretty solid. You just might have to wait on it for a year, maybe 2 years at most, but I think it's definitely worth the purchase, and you'll get some positive gains out of it. At number 11, we've gone with the 75251 Darth Vader's Castle. This set is ripe for retirement. It came out in December of 2018, and it's supposed to retire mid to late 2021. So I'd say pick this one up as soon as you can. It's very unique looking. It's very unlikely that Lego makes this set again anytime soon. And because of that, I feel that this set very, very strongly comes in at number 11. And now we've made our way to our top 10 Lego sets to invest in. Keep in mind that number 1 to number 10 are very close in my books. I could very easily see myself switching number 3 for number 6, number 2 for number 4, if you get what I'm saying. I think all these sets are very strong investment options, and I just wanted to mention that going forward. But to start us off at number 10, we've gone with the 10261 Lego Roller Coaster. That's taken from the Creator Expert line. This set is, again, a massive, very detailed model. A lot of people love it, including myself, and it came out in June of 2018. So it's definitely been on shelves for quite a while. Apparently it's supposed to retire mid-2021. So this is, again, a set that you should definitely pick up. It's going to be retiring in the next number of months. In fact, I thought it was already retired by the time I did this video, but I found it was still on shelves. And yeah, I definitely think that this is a strong set to invest in. At number 9, we've gone with the 75292, the Razor Crest. This is an awesome model. I own it myself, and the likelihood of them making this set again within the next 5 to 10 years is pretty unlikely. Again, the Mandalorian is extremely popular, and because of that, why wouldn't the ship, the Razor Crest, be popular as well? A lot of people love this set, including myself, and it came out in February of 2020. Now, you may be saying it just came out like a little over a year ago, which is understandable. But there are rumors that this set's going to retire at end of this year or early 2022. So I definitely think that this is worth the buy. It's an awesome set from an awesome TV show, and because of that, I think it's going to sell great. At number 8, we've gone with the 71043 Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle. It's basically a UCS model, and it's no secret that Harry Potter is very popular. This set also came out in September of 2018, and I do believe it's the largest Harry Potter set made by Lego. Because of that, I feel that this set's going to do really well in the aftermarket. It's also supposed to retire mid-2021, so it's only supposed to be on shelves for a couple more months. Because of that, I feel that you should definitely pick this one up. Yes, it is big. Yes, it is expensive. However, you might not have to sit on it too long and be able to make some solid gains from it. At number 7, we've gone with the 10262 James Bond Aston Martin. I was actually surprised when making this video that this set was still available just because it came out in August of 2018. But I feel it's a very strong investment option, mainly because 007 is so popular, and any of the larger detailed car models made by Lego generally do really well. It has 2 things going for it. Because of that, I think it's a no-brainer. This is a definite buy. I think you'll make some good money off of it. Apparently, it's going to retire mid to early 2022. I could see it retiring earlier than that. Regardless, I think that this is a good set, definitely worth the buy. At number 6, we've gone with the 21318 Ideas Treehouse. This is a very unique Lego set. I haven't seen anything quite like this made by Lego in the past, and a lot of people view this as their favorite set. Because of that, I feel that this falls into number 6. It did come out in July of 2019, so it hasn't been on shelves all that long. However, it's supposed to retire mid-2021. So it's only supposed to be on shelves for another couple months. Because of that, I feel that this set's definitely worth the buy, along with it being so unique looking and so beloved basically by the LEGO community. At number 5, we've gone with the 76139 Batman 1989 Batmobile, basically a UCS model. It may be the most detailed Batmobile made by LEGO. Because of that, I feel that this set's going to do really well. It came out in November of 2019, and apparently it's going to retire beginning of 2022. Now again, it could retire earlier than that, but I feel that this is very solid, especially since, like we talked about, the larger cars made by LEGO generally do really well, and the fact that this also has Batman going for it makes it that much better. I feel that this is a definite investment. I view it almost as the Tumbler and the previous Batmobiles, which have also done really well in the aftermarket. This is a very safe choice. At number 4, we've gone with the 75192 UCS Millennium Falcon. This is a huge set. The box is absolutely massive. You're gonna have to have a large area to store it, especially if you want to buy multiples of these and kind of hold on to them. It did come out in January of 2018, so it's been on shelves for a while. Apparently this set's supposed to retire end of this year. We'll see if that happens. They've been saying that a lot for this set. It was supposed to retire end of last year, end of 2020. Now it's supposed to be end of this year. It's kind of anyone's guess when it's going to retire. When it does retire, I feel it's going to do well. Maybe not as well as the previous UCS Falcon, but it will do good. Again, it just costs a lot to invest in and it takes a lot of space. Still, despite those negatives, I feel that this falls into number 4. At number 3, we've gone with the 10255 Assembly Square, taken from the modular line. I think this set's going to do really well. I have not seen a single modular set do poorly on the aftermarket, and I don't think that this is going to be an exception. It's a beautiful looking model. It came out again in January of 2017, so it's ripe for retirement. In fact, they're saying it's going to retire mid-2021, so it's going to retire in the next couple months. Because of that, I feel that you should definitely buy it. Yes, it is a little bit more expensive than the average modular, but I still think that it's a pretty safe buy. Definitely go buy this one. Again, I've never seen a modular set do poorly, and I think that this set's going to do really well on the aftermarket, just like the previous modular sets that have retired. At number 2, we've decided to go with the 71040 Disney World Cinderella Castle. This set came out all the way back in October of 2016, so it's very likely that it's going to retire shortly. They're saying it's going to retire beginning of 2022. However, I could see it retiring earlier, and a lot of people love this set. Disney sets generally do really well. This is one of the best sets you can get from Disney as well, being the castle. Who doesn't want that? And I feel that it's going to do pretty well in the aftermarket. It is an expensive set to invest in. It is large, but I still think that it's going to do, you're going to get good gains from this. And again, it should be retiring very shortly. And at number 1, we've gone with the 21322 Ideas Pirates of Barracuda Bay. This set is phenomenal. It is one of my favorite sets ever made by LEGO, my favorite set made in 2020, and I know many other people feel the same way because on the aftermarket, sometimes this set's going for double what it's worth. That is ridiculous. Now, it's because they don't want to wait for it to get back in stock with LEGO, but I've never seen a set go for double what it's worth while it's still in production. That is amazing. I also, another side note to this is pirate sets generally do really well in the aftermarket, especially large scale pirate ships like the Barracuda Bay. If you think about the 2010 Imperial flagship, that set's going for 3, 4, 5 times more than what it was going for while it was on shelves. So absolutely ridiculous. I don't think that the Barracuda Bay is going to be very much different from the 2010 flagship. I think that this is definitely a solid investment. It doesn't go for too much money either. It's not that big, and it's supposed to be retiring. Apparently, there's rumors that it's going to retire end of this year. It did come out in April 2020, which we'll see if that holds true, but definitely worth the buy. You just might have to sit on it for a year, but this definitely comes in at number 1 in my books. But let me know what you guys think about this list, if you change it in any way. Always interested to hear your guys' feedback. But that pretty well does this video, but if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future to invest or not to invest videos. We do one of these basically once a month, and they're pretty interesting to do, especially taking a look at all these different figures and figuring out whether we should invest in a set or whether we should pass on it. But yeah, that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.